Officials in Madagascar are still reeling from the mutiny that happened on Sunday. The development follows an attempt to overthrow the transitional government led by Andry Rajoelina. And as we hear in this CFI report, the interim president is set to meet with the ousted leader in an attempt to end the 3-year political deadlock triggered by an earlier coup.
This stretcher is of the man who tried to pull a coup in Madagascar Sunday, a lowly corporal known as Black, once a bodyguard to a defense minister jailed after a failed coup in 2010. Malagasy authorities refused to call Sunday's violence an attempted coup. They say it was a mutiny. Whatever you call it, the rebellion broke out at the Ivato base not far from Antananarivo Airport in the capital. The corporal and his men took up arms. Negotiations broke down when they shot the officer sent to talk to them. The army deployed. In all, 2 government soldiers and the mutiny leader were killed. Several mutineers are under arrest. The president of the transition government dismissed this 3rd attempt to oust him since he took power in 2009. Whatever happened yesterday is really unfortunate, because this time around, lives were lost, and I say again here that all our thoughts and condolences go to the victims. On Tuesday, the capital was calm. The transition president flew off to the Seychelles for direct talks with the man he overthrew, ousted President Ravalomanana. Talks to break the 3-year-long political deadlock which sparks the violence.
The European Union has partially lifted sanctions on Zimbabwe despite objections by some members. The US says it would relaunch cooperation and development aid to Harare immediately. The EU has also promised to lift the remaining sanctions if a credible referendum on the constitution is held by October. We have details in this report.
Without entirely agreeing on the matter, European foreign ministers have cancelled certain sanctions weighing heavily on Zimbabwe for the past 10 years after the violence and human rights violations there. The EU said Monday in Brussels that it will relaunch cooperation and development aid to Zimbabwe effective immediately.
Significant areas of concern remain, but there are also some elements that in our view need to be encouraged.
This includes concrete projects, for example, a new constitution, which has seen little progress in the past 3 years. It is meant to reduce the powers of the president. The constitution is the fruit of talks between President Mugabe and his rival, Prime Minister Morgan Tsvangirai. It would reduce the mandate of the president and all state-controlled posts.
We welcome the first step taken by the EU. It means that ZANU-PF are being put to terms, and the ball is in their court. If they want these measures to go, then they must conform. Must conform with the expected standards of behavior in the forthcoming elections.
The Europeans say all sanctions can be lifted if a credible referendum on the constitution, now scheduled for October, can be organized. Backers of Mugabe say this is blackmail. They want all sanctions to be lifted unconditionally, especially those slapped on the president's inner circle.
An inferno that has been raging in the northern Spanish region of Catalonia has left the death of 3 people. More than 15,000 hectares of land have been burned, and Peru's new prime minister has been sworn into office. For more on those stories and others, we turn to this roundup of news by CFI.
The Mediterranean coast is in flames. Huge fires have been raging for more than 3 days in the northern Catalonia region next to the border with France. At least 4 people have been killed, some 20 others have been injured. More than 15,000 hectares of brush have been burnt out. Hundreds of firemen are on the scene, but strong winds are pushing the flames. Thousands of people have been evacuated to emergency centers. The flames are reportedly visible in Barcelona, 150 kilometers south. A storm is brewing on European financial markets. In Madrid, Milan, Frankfurt, and in Paris, markets all closed in the red on Monday. The stock markets in New York and Japan were caught in the same downward spiral. It is the debt crisis in the Eurozone that is hitting the markets, especially the situations in Greece and Spain. Even Germany risks losing its AAA rating by the Moody's credit rating agency. Moody's has placed Berlin under observation. Peru has a new prime minister. Juan Jimenez was sworn in on Tuesday before President Ollanta Humala, the first left-of-center president in Peru in 36 years. 6 new ministers have also taken office, including the heads of defense, the interior, and agriculture. The changes are meant to bring a new sense of progress to Peru, hit hard this year by labor conflicts. With wide, empty eyes that were closing and orange-red hair, the 24-year-old accused of killing 12 people and wounding 58 others on a shooting rampage in a movie theater in the western state of Colorado was looking absent in court. In his first appearance, he did not utter a word. Much of America was watching. James Holmes will go back to court next week to hear the exact charges against him and to see if he risks the death penalty.
And now on to sports. Gamtel Football Club are the winners of the FA Cup. The telecommunications boy beat Interior FC to secure their third cup triumph on the trot. Ahmed Esjalo watched the finals on Sunday, and this is his report.
3 consecutive FA Cup trophies for Mustafa Mane and his Gamtel side after thrashing Interior 3-0 in the 2012 FA Cup final. The telecommunication giants proved too strong for the police, dominating from start to end, with Modusar scoring twice and Mohamed James' late strike capped off a brilliant performance for the telecommunication boys. Modusar put Gamtel into the lead with a 41st-minute header. The breakthrough coming from a set piece, whipped in by Ansumana Kujabi, and the tall, lanky Modusar rose high above everybody in the box to nod in the opener. Gamtel extended their lead shortly after the break, with another Modusar header in the 48th minute. This time Alaji Cisse supplying the cross, and once again the Interior defense beaten in the air. Interior tried to mount a comeback, but at 2-0 down, it wasn't going to be easy for the security men. All their attacks were countered with a stiff resistance from a well-organized Gamtel back four. Mohamed James sealed Gamtel's victory in the 88th minute with a close-range finish after Interior failed to clear their lines. Gamtel has now succeeded in winning the FA Cup for the 3rd consecutive year, and the architect of this phenomenal success in cup competition is this man. He has significantly transformed the fortunes of the telecommunication club to becoming a real force in Gambian football.
The game is very good as far as we win, and we dominate the whole 90 minutes. You can see it. I think we deserve to have this trophy. We work a lot, and then we have been preparing for this game for quite a long time. And the other point is we are the defending champion. So we are doing everything possible to make sure that we defend our title.
For Ibrahim Mane, the better team won, and his side must now pick themselves up and push for a promotion back to the 1st division.
Gamtel won this trophy back-to-back, twice. So they wanted to win this to keep the trophy. They were more extra motivated. Even they were camp. You haven't got the opportunity to be camp. What you have is to come and give it all. And we give it away. So I blame ourselves. Now we lost the game. And I'm not surprised that we lost the game.
Having now won this trophy 3 years in a row, Gamtel will keep this trophy permanently in their trophy cabin. But whilst they celebrate, many of the club's hierarchy and fans will hope that success in the FA Cup can be transformed into the league, which has eluded the club. Mohamed Esjalo, GRT Sports.
And to news just coming in, the Ghanaian President John Atta Mills has died. Reports say he died at a military hospital in Ghana. We'll bring you more on that in our tomorrow's news bulletin. And now let's take a quick look at the weather report, courtesy of the Central Forecast Office.
Oh yes, you can drive your way there. With the Elton to Mecca Japale Kafo promo, the Hajj is possible. Stay loyal or become a member of the Elton Japale Kafo today and enjoy the double take. Because every time you fill your tank at any of our Elton stations, you get a chance to be in our monthly raffle draw. To take home lots of goodies like gallons of oil, bags of rice, bags of sugar, vehicle accessories, and much more. Plus a chance to become the lucky winner of the Elton to Mecca Japale Kafo fully paid Hajj expenses. Remember, it's a double take. Your single loyalty for the monthly draw and the Elton to Mecca Japale Kafo final draw to be held just before the Hajj. For more information, drop by any of our Elton stations. Elton, a new vision of service.
Good evening, and once again, it's a warm welcome to